All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Pro Wrestling Society podcast. Today I'm going to be discussing a couple of things like the latest Lucha Underground episode and restarting matches concept. And like I keep saying, it's not good. The match, the whole episode was bad. I don't know why I keep watching, but I'm hoping that there's just like another match that I like, but doesn't seem that way. Um, so I'm just gonna get right to it, to the matches that I care about. Um, let's see, the match between Mil Muertes and King Cuerno. That match was kind of good at first. It was transitioning slowly into something else. It was pretty interesting how Antonio set it up. He said that if they if they could beat each other up, whoever won would go on to face Pentagon next week. Um, so I was really bent on seeing who the winner would be. But then Antonio is like, he sees them fighting and the ref disqualifies it. And then he says, "Oh, well, since you like to fight so much, then you both are gonna go up against Pentagon in a three-way." So it makes no sense to, have one stipulation where they fight each other for a title shot and then do a complete 180 and then say, "Oh, well, let's forget about that. You both are gonna compete for the title," as if that's a major plot twist. Because when it's not, it's like I said like a couple of times. Antonio is this wannabe bad guy, who thinks he's so bad because he changes the stipulation or whatever, and it's just not. It's it's stupid, you know. It's um, corny, you know. Like he hasn't done, and same with Dario. They did not do anything that is super criminal, other than the stuff they already did, like the backstage stuff with the promos. Like um, Dario interrupted Rey Mysterio during his match, and other than that, they haven't done squat. So, um, yeah. And another thing is I want to talk about is the Reptile Tribe, like, against Lucha. I don't even know anymore. Drago, Aerostar, and the other guy, Phoenix. I thought that match was kind of whack, to be honest. Phoenix. Okay, I was a little bit interested in what happened to him. He seemed really dazed. Seemed like seemed out of it. And they go into it, and I just didn't care for most of it. I only wanted to see Cobra Moon, and even she wasn't really that there, if you will. Like, didn't really do much. So that really got me disappointed. So Phoenix, that was pretty interesting how he did he betrayed him. Pretty interesting, but still corny as hell. So that's pretty much it. Who knows what's gotten into him or something like that, but we'll just have to keep watching. Now going to the restarting matches thing. This is what gets me on my nerves. Okay, so I was watching Pentagon versus Austin Aries on Impact, and the match was going good at the beginning, but then they do this thing where the Austin Aries calls for the match to be restarted, and it made no sense whatsoever. Because how are you going to have Austin Aries restart the match when he's not even a ref? He doesn't have the authority to restart it. Makes no sense whatsoever. And why would you, they both got counted out, but why would you, why would you restart the match like that, And then and then Pentagon restarts it. And says there has to be a definite winner. And and in a short amount of time, and then it's over. Low blow, done. Sucks. Why does it suck? Well, because you're pretty much degrading and making restarting matches less special. Like, the whole point of restarting matches is to pretty much resolve conflict, like an undecided match that has a lot of high stakes, but it only works when you've already built up a lot of excitement. You've already built up the main event. It means something. And with the Impact, Pentagon versus Austin Aries, it didn't feel like that. It just didn't feel special. Like let me think of an example. Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy at TNA. They had what was supposed to be a normal match. I think a submission match. I think, I'm not really, I don't recall, but I thought it was going to be average. But then when I saw them actually wrestle and go all out, it blew my mind how intense and how epic it was. They were going all in and whatnot, and Kurt Angle put him in an ankle lock, and you thought it was done, because usually when Kurt Angle puts somebody in an ankle lock, there's really no getting out of it, because he submitted so many people with that move. And he tried it on Jeff Hardy, and surprisingly, Jeff Hardy somehow manages to avoid it. Manages to overcome the pain and actually almost beat Kurt Angle. Makes him bleed a little bit, and they just keep going at it. And then Dixie restarts it like several times, but they still kept the excitement. They still kept the momentum going, if you will, and that's what made it really exciting. The fans were into it. Everybody was into it. Everybody was wondering whether Jeff would tap or not. That's. Although I do think that the restarting the match might be a little bit too excessive at times, but I think that probably was an exception. But other than that, it should only be done under special occasions, when when you want to like make things fair, if you will. But it only works when the wrestlers have given their all and whatnot, and put everything on the line and actually put up a good show. And with matches like Pentagon versus Austin Aries, they didn't do that. They didn't have enough time to do that, or the resources to do that like they would in another setting, and that's why it sucked. So that's pretty much my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you later.